Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody. Goodness, there always seems to be something happening in the news. This video is not as long as usual. I'm doing one quick update on the bullying thing, story that's coming out, and then we're going to look at this Cash for Honors scandal because I really didn't understand what it was all about, and now I think I've got a good grip on it. So let's just jump right in and cover everything, shall we? Let's go. To start with, I wanted to do an update on this bullying story. I've gotten a little bit more information, so let me just update you really quickly. A quick recap is that Meghan told Oprah Winfrey that it was Kate made Meghan cry and not that Meghan made Kate cry, which is what was in the media. Kirstie Allsopp, I hope I'm saying her name right, who is a very well-known British presenter on television. She's now the second major person to come out into the media and say this is what really happened. Neil Sean said that if Harry had any kind of a backbone left in his body, he would get Meghan to give her version of events of what actually went on before this goes any further. Because otherwise she's going to be like, I can't remember what happened. Okay, moving on. Today's big story is going to be the Cash for Honors scandal and how Harry has just thrown his dad under the bus yet again. For those of you who don't know what this is, there was a Saudi tycoon who allegedly, got a knighthood from the royal family after he made a very generous donation to the Prince's Foundation. I cannot pronounce this gentleman's name. I'm not even going to try. Here's a picture of him. But it's also alleged that he wanted citizenship and help was offered to help secure the citizenship as well. By the way, he reportedly donated over 1.5 million pounds to the royal charity. Charles's aide, Mr. Fawcett, quit after these claims came to light. Now, the interesting thing is Mr. Fawcett was writing to the Saudi prince and thanking him for his ongoing generosity and help of offers of citizenship, etc., etc. There has been no direct communication from Charles to the Saudi prince. Therefore, Charles said he knew nothing about it, and I tend to believe him. Not long after that scandal broke, somebody else made a revelation that there was another investigation into donations made by a Russian banker, Dmitry Lewis, the year before, of over 500,000 pounds to the Prince's Foundation, to which the Prince actually wrote a personal letter thanking him for the contribution. This is completely different, in my opinion, than the other guy, because in his letter, he wrote to him telling him how grateful he was for his encouragement and his donation, and the support is critical and he appreciates it. And he says maybe when the COVID-19 pandemic passes, we can meet. I don't see anything wrong with that. But when the Foundation Ethics Committee did a little bit of review, they found that in 2004, this guy had been found guilty of money laundering, which was a conviction that was later overturned in Russia. And therefore, they declined his donation again in 2004. The reason this is now becoming a big thing is the Russian guy says, listen, I made 2 separate donations that total up to 500,000 pounds. And he's claiming that he's learned that not all the money went into the Prince's Foundation and he never got any of the money back, and he wants to know where it is. With all of this going on, like I said before, Mr. Fawcett left his post and said now that he's willing to assist in any way possible. And then the chairman of the Princess Trust Foundation resigned from his post, saying that he was shocked and dismayed over these activities while asserting that he and the other trustees had no knowledge of them. But yet, I find it kind of interesting that this guy just stepped back down and didn't take any responsibility. If it appears that serious misconduct may have taken place, he should have stuck around and helped. The day later, the deputy executive director of the Prince's Foundation, Chris Martin, also stepped down from his post. You got to wonder, did they know what was going on and they don't want to be caught, so they're just stepping away and going, oh my goodness, like nobody really knows what's happening. But Charles launched his own investigation, which I think is pretty cool. So here we go. Of course, Prince Harry jumped right in there and issued a statement on the scandal. The question is, why did he do that? I mean, this is the Saudi billionaire you see him shaking hands with here that gave Meghan those billion-dollar earrings she was wearing and that pinky ring that she keeps flashing around. He's claiming he cut ties with them because he was concerned about their motives. Yet, he received a donation of £50,000 for his charity and he has not returned the money. And in my humble opinion, that's why he stepped in. His connection with the Saudi prince is already known from the jewelry, but now the donation the Saudi prince made to his charity was coming to light and he had to get involved and say something before the papers did. He's trying to control how the narrative comes out. So he made a statement, and here it is. You might have to freeze to read it all. It's the same old word salad. He's blaming the media for twisting the facts, and then he throws his dad under the bus. He mentions the CBE scandal, of which there was no reason to do that. He claims that he expressed concerns to his dad and people at Clarence House, but not one person has any memory of him ever doing that. He took the money, but he didn't return the money. So I guess he must not have been that worried. What he's forgetting is that their relationship is the one that helped pave the way for the Saudi prince's introduction to Charles. He glossed right over his private meeting with him in a close friend's pub in Chelsea, and then they had a subsequent encounter at Clarence House where he was said to have joked, "Has father beaten me to it and gotten the money?" I think Harry's just mad that his dad cut him off financially. It's also being reported that Prince Harry met the Saudi prince's son at a polo game, something he also forgot to mention in his statement. I think Reasonable Voices' comment on Twitter was spot on. The man who couldn't spot some Russians posing as Greta Thunberg suddenly thinks a Saudi Arabian billionaire is dodgy after he took his money. Spot on. I also think Angela Levin's comments were spot on. Harry says he told somebody, but he never said who. He never said when. He doesn't mention those diamond earrings that Meghan was wearing, the blood diamonds, or the pinky ring on her finger. Same old, telling the world what to do, but not applying it to himself or his wife. What else is new? I love this comment from Funny Face because it's so spot on. Harry has demonstrated he'll do anything to grab money and harm his family. And this statement is just another example of manipulation. Since all those court documents came out, he's a proven liar and a manipulator, and now you can't believe anything he says. What did I tell you? Your reputation is all you have. Finally, these last two comments really got me. Chappie4151 has nicknamed him Cash and Harry and points out he was complicit in his wife's misleading and forgetful statements. And now they're trying to put a spin on it. Remember, if you're complacent, you're complicit. And I also like the comments from Town and Village Counselor. His wife, who has a degree in international studies, was perfectly happy to wear those blood earrings that came from that region and still wear that pinky ring. Yeah, you just can't get past it. At least I can't. So, I want to hear what your statements are. What do you guys think about this whole thing? And what do you think about Harry putting up comments trying to distance himself from this thing that's going on and throwing his dad under the bus in the process? I don't understand why the family doesn't finally say this is enough. I don't know why they're putting up with this. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future uploads. Don't forget you can email me. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Gab. To those who have donated to my coffee fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys have a great day.